I'm Jean, your creative quantum coach, and welcome back to my winter water element series. In the last episode, we learned all about the energetics of the winter season and the water element. We learned how the spirit of je, or will, is connected to fear. And we learned that when we apply all this knowledge to navigate the winter season, we can achieve optimal physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Today, we will dive into the energetics of the kidney and the urinary bladder. As we look all around us in nature, we see the energy of our environment descending into the earth, grounding into the roots of plants. Many of our animal and insect friends follow this descending movement underground in order to hibernate as well. And you may be noticing that you are hitting the snooze button a few more times and taking some afternoon naps. The kidneys in Chinese medicine relate to the water element, the waters in our bodies, and all of the ways water is present all around us in our environment. The kidneys are connected to our root energy in our body, our subconscious experiences, and the cosmic womb deep in our memory. In the spirit of the water element, the kidneys are considered the oceans of the human body. All of the essence and fluids of the body's pathways pour into the kidneys, as water has a tendency to drain downward, and the kidneys are the lowest organ networks in our body. The kidneys are considered foundationally important to the root energy in our body, providing solidarity and strength through our bones and our willpower, as we learned in the last episode. The kidneys correspond to the water element, which have particular qualities such as gentleness, formlessness, mutability, and connects us to the origins and the beginning of life. We can draw parallels to the astrological energy of the winter and the supermoon in January, marking the emotional birth canal of the year and a time for us to rebirth our identity. We can see how the life force comes from the kidneys and how they are connected to our mother's womb, which is the first watery environment that we emerge from into our life on Earth. The kidneys provide an anchor for our connection to the Earth, our ancestry, but also our destiny through the relationship to our spirit. They are connected to our primal energy, so think survival energy, sexual and reproductive energy in our bodies. The kidneys are responsible for the arousal of our power, and all the major organs in our body have a relationship with the kidneys. In particular, the heart and the kidneys have an especially important relationship where they support each other through the interplay of the elements of fire, that's connected to the heart organ and our spirit, and the water element that's connected to our kidney organs and our jing. Although the kidneys are primarily connected to the water element, they are also infused with fire and warmth. And it's this fire and warmth which helps to generate a healthy water metabolism. The brain also has a deep connection to the kidneys through the spine, the cerebral spinal fluid, and the hormonal systems in our body, which you can learn more about in my pineal gland episode. The physiology of the kidneys involves generating a healthy water metabolism, filtration, and detoxification of the blood, as well as their interconnected relationship with the adrenal cortex and the neuroendocrine system in our body, which we'll learn more about in my menopause episode. The cycles of developmental growth throughout our lives are related to kidney function. The bones, including the bone marrow, the cerebral spinal fluid, as I said, our teeth, our hair, our skin, and the deep cycles of development are all governed by the kidney function. The kidneys store the foundation of our life, in essence called jing. Jing is a fundamental substance in the body involved in the functioning of our kidneys. It is translated as the reproductive essence, which gives us an idea of the importance and potency of this substance. It is a substance that is both tangible and intangible. It's tangible in that it's part of matter, and it's intangible in the part that it's like the quality of water, mutable and formless. It has an alchemical nature which moves into the realms of consciousness or spirit, because our jing relates to the potential of a seed or an egg. Jing is all about the creative and intelligent powers inherent in a seed, which unfolds into its own unique expression through a template, but also through the interactions with the ecosystem that it lives in. From a modern understanding of our body, we can think of menstrual blood, ovums, semen, and sperm all containing Jing. The quality of the egg and the sperm is governed particularly by the functions of the kidney, while the cerebral spinal fluid is known to be the foundational matrix from which new life forms. The ears are the sense organs which have deep relationships to the kidneys. The ears as a sense organ are highly sensitive to help us hear sound, to prevent danger and threats in our environment. They also allow us to connect deeply with others through language, voice, melody, emotion, and body expression. The ears have a deep connection to our heart, to the reproductive essence, and to our early development as a fetus. We can see very clearly in auricular therapy an image of an ear, being that the baby is facing upside down in a womb with its head down and its feet up for this reason. So the ear is considered a microsystem of the whole body. Ear acupuncture or auricular therapy is a particular style of acupuncture in which the ear is a microsystem to treat all parts of the body and to treat neurological patterning, which develops in utero. In this way, the ear is symbolic of the kidney's relationship to the reproductive essence and the deep foundation in the body, which provides support for all the other organs. As we learned in the last episode, the kidneys relate to the emotion of fear, fright, and shock. This may manifest in a physical way through our lower orifices, such as having urgent urination, diarrhea due to situations that may invoke a fearful memory from our subconscious. For example, if we're speaking in public, or fear flying on a plane, or fear of heights. When fear is suppressed in our bodies, a range of physical, emotional, and mental symptoms can manifest. Sometimes symptoms of adrenal or chronic fatigue can occur when there has been a period of intense stress where the fear response in the body has not been processed to allow the integration of all the emotions. Fear is a normal expression of a healthy emotion, and when we're able to process it and listen to what it may be asking of us at any given moment, it also teaches us that death is about fear and letting go and surrendering. And the kidney is symbolic of the process of death, but it's also symbolic of the process of birth and letting new life emerge. For new life to emerge, there must be a dying or transformative process to facilitate the development of something new, whether it takes the shape of a new form like a seed growing into a seedling, or a new experience in our consciousness, like feeling love in our bodies. When the kidney energy is not repeatedly activated by fear and is expressing balanced health, there are feelings of deep connection to all of life. Feelings of awe, wonderment, and a deep feeling of content and comfort in the body. As we discussed in the last episode, the aspect of spirit related to the kidney is called zhi, or will. And it is the aspect within us that is focused with intention, aspiration, and ambition for what we desire to bring forth in life. Within the character for will, we see the character for heart. Our heart is required to be present in the communication with our kidneys because our will needs to be expressed in a way that is sensitive and in harmony with ourselves and those around us. This is lifelong learning for most of us and connects us to the dynamic of love and fear. We may have strength and intention in a particular direction, like power, wealth, revenge, and fame. Or we may have intentions and aspirations which have a kind of humble quality and take on the element of water, which are softness, surrender, going with the flow, respecting others, and opening our hearts. Sometimes we may just be in a place of trying to survive, to stay alive when we are faced with disaster, no home, or poverty. To want to live, to want to survive in the face of suffering is a core quality of the kidney spirit. This openness to death, when it calls on us, is also an aspect of the kidney spirit. There are all these possible ways that spirit aspect of the kidney may be manifesting in our life and our body. The bladder is one of the yang organs paired with the kidney yin organ. The yin organs store vital substances such as qi and blood, whereas the yang organs are more active and have functioning of constantly filling and emptying. The bladder system in TCM has far more influence in the body than just a fluid excretion method. It's not just a physical organ, but it's a system, part of the water system responsible for transforming and eliminating fluids, making its name descriptive of its dual energetic nature. The kidneys often exert an effect on the bladder system when there's a weakness. This means that sometimes problems with the kidney energy can be detected or treated sooner by treating the bladder or the bladder channel in terms of acupuncture, like a bladder infection, for example. Every single energy system in traditional Chinese medicine exerts an effect on both the physical body and the mental emotional self. With the kidneys being paired in association with fear, this means that excessive fear will weaken the kidneys, but irrational fear can also be a symptom of kidney imbalance. As the bladder is linked to the kidneys, it can be used to support the kidneys in treating fear. When the bladder itself is out of balance, there may be negative emotions such as jealousy, suspicion, and an inability to let go of grudges. So now that you understand all about the kidney and urinary bladder, grab a pen and a journal and join me for some questions that will let you know if your kidney and urinary bladder energy is balanced. Do you wake up feeling refreshed and full of energy, or do you often feel tired or drained throughout the day? Have you experienced any lower back pain, in particular the area associated with your kidneys? How frequently do you urinate during the day and night? Do you often feel anxious or insecure about your future? Are you experiencing feelings of bitterness or despair? How do you perceive your decision-making abilities? Do you feel firm and confident or indecisive and overwhelmed? How would you describe your sexual vitality? Do you feel strong connection to your sexual energy? Are you able to let go of past experiences, or do you find yourself dwelling on them? Eating specific winter foods that support the kidney and urinary bladder and maintaining a healthy balance between an active and restful life are crucial to your health during the winter. So please stay tuned for the next episode where we uncover the yummy foods and lifestyle secrets to a thriving winter healthy life. Happy transforming! Love you!